Hello everybody! Today I'm going to do a replay review. One of my subscribers sent me a replay and asked for some criticism, some tips and tricks on how to improve, what he did wrong in this game especially, and what he did well. His name is Chorophobia. You probably see him a lot in my comment section. He's also very active on Reddit. But yeah, let's get into the replay. So, smart decision to start topside. Starting blue is pretty good, since ganking top lane is gonna be almost impossible. Nasus against Renekton. Nasus is just gonna Renekton is just gonna E away, no way to gank him. And ganking bot lane with Thresh is pretty easy, I think. Also, ganking mid lane is possible since Ryze doesn't have any escape other than flash, and if you sneak in behind him with like low HP, if he has low HP, it's a free kill. So yeah, as I said, starting topside is pretty important in this game, otherwise you're gonna be behind a bit. So I like to start. He starts off 3 boxes on blue buff, and what he does, if you notice, he always walks out of the camp and makes sure to cover the entrances and stuff. So that's pretty important. You always want to cover the entrances because sometimes you're gonna get invaded, and if you get invaded, oh shit, that is bad. So for some reason this Karina is a bit retarded and wants to leash, which is actually pretty bad in my opinion, because it kind of reveals where Shaco starts. So I don't like that. Now he starts with the blue, typical stuff. He blast cones over with the box, does a rep buff camp, not the rep buff camp, what I'm talking, the wolf camp, and then heads to rep buff probably. So for you guys wondering, I'm really sorry for my voice. I'm a bit sick at the moment, so that's why my voice is kind of different. But yeah, okay, so what he decides to do now is gank mid lane, I think. That is a pretty smart decision. Karina took a bad trade, but Ryze is low now. So if you queue in, that should be a free gank. Yup. Auto attack E, ignite, and he's dead. Pretty free kill. Now, what you decide to do here is, you should obviously help Karina push in. Ryze doesn't have TP unless he swaps it with what's it called? The thing that lets you swap keystones. What I would have done instead of going for Raptors is ganking bot lane. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can either go from around here and do the trick with the wall where you go to the edge of the brush. I made a video about that, and then queue over. You go behind them. Thresh can just flash. No, he cannot flash. He flashed already, but you can just walk up, Q or E. Or you could go up here, right here, and do the trick that you used later in the game. Go over the wall without the turret spawning you, coming up behind them, and getting a free kill. That's what I would have done in this situation, to be honest. Okay, so you start the Raptor camp, and decide to go for mid lane because he TP'd. It's not a bad thing to do. It's actually a pretty good thing. But as soon as you see the thing is, you did the camp, you decided to gank, and as soon as you started the gank, you spot Hecarim with a ward. Give me a second. As soon as you go in, you see Hecarim. So what I would have done in this scenario is, instead of going for Ryze, I would have placed the box around here, where the minion is. So if Karina tries to escape, the box maybe fears of Hecarim. It probably would have, and Karina might have gotten out there. You decide to go for the kill, but he flashes away. That is unfortunate. He flashes away. There's no way for you to get him. Okay, that's pretty bad luck in my opinion. Okay, so let's wait until you respawn. You decide to go for bot lane, bot side jungle. That's fine. Bot lane is still a lane you can gank. That's what you decide to do as well. Okay. You do Skull Crab. Okay, you smite it. And this is a free gank now. The problem with this gank is that okay, so Thresh pretty much surely dies for no reason. So you queue in. Xayah is low as well. Not Xayah. Kaiser is low as well. So in this scenario I would go for Nami and try to get the kill and then just back out. The problem is, yeah, there's no way you can do anything. Kaiser dies as well, just like Thresh, without the slightest bit of reason. Okay, so taking the farm here is absolutely fine. That's the best decision you can make. getting free XP and free gold. Okay, you decide to go for a mid lane gank. Okay, that is fine. Let's see how that turns out. Gotta wait for Caravina. You kind of know that he doesn't have a ward in here because he doesn't back off. If he saw you, he would have backed off. Okay, I would have taken one step further, like in the brush. I would have moved like one step ahead before queuing. And you probably know that his flash is down. So what I would have done is, I would have, instead of auto-attacking straight away, I would have walked one step further, placed the box down, so it 100% fears him. And if he tries to walk away, he walks into the box. So it kind of forces him to turn on you, but he can't because you're too healthy. But yeah, still great execution, get a free kill, that is fine. Now you saw Hacker in there, so you should back off. That's what you do. Oh, lucky you didn't get in tower range there. Okay. Okay, so it's alright. You get out safely, that's fine. Okay, you decide to back. One thing I forgot to mention, give me a second. One thing I just forgot to mention is you decided to go for double longsword, which is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I would have gone longsword and boots and probably a pink ward, just because I feel like having boots allows you to be faster around the map. But very important, I wouldn't ever go mobility boots. It's just not my place there. Mobility boots are awesome on Shaco. They're really good. They're pretty much made for Shaco. Ganking is going to be super easy, and going in for kills is going to be really easy in a late game. But I don't like them. I like the attack speed ones or the armor or magic resist ones. Okay, you decide to go for boots and Tiamat, pretty standard stuff. And head to top side. That is okay as well. Clearing the jungle. You could theoretically go bot lane, but you gotta clear the jungle as well sometimes. So you decide to go blue wolves, that's fine. Then Wraiths. That's absolutely okay. Okay, this is what I really like when I saw the replay for the first time. You do the trick where you go here to the enemy tri-brush and you queue over the wall. The problem is you kinda messed up. If you do it properly, I made a video about that showing how it's done. And if you don't find it, just Google for it. You know, Shaco advanced tricks or Shaco wall jump and stuff. Shaco made a video about that. So if you don't find mine, he made a video about that as well. I like that you approach this lane not from the river but from this area. So they get the first kill. Kaiser kinda dies, that is unfortunate, but 2 for 1 is still absolutely fine. What I would have done in this scenario is I would have pushed out the wave first and then gone for dragon, but yeah, it's fine, it's not that big of a difference. It just makes the wave push into the tower faster, so Caitlyn loses more CS and farm. Okay, you get a free dragon. And in this scenario, so you see Thresh walking mid lane. Looks like he has his lantern up. So what I would have done is I would have moved with Thresh to gank mid lane. But yeah, luckily you didn't, because it would have failed anyways, because he had a pink ward in there. Okay, so you take rep buff. That is fine. Let's see how much gold you have actually. You have 1.15k. So in your in this scenario, I would probably go back. There's not much you can do. You can do Krugs, I guess, or you can gank mid lane because Ryze oversteps like the 3rd time already. Okay, well, free kill. That's awesome. Okay, so Hecarim comes in. He gets Karina. There's nothing you can do. Okay, so that's fine. That's not your mistake. There was probably nothing you could have done to save Karina. Okay, so you decide to back now. You get the mobility boots I talked about and Serrated Dirk. Okay, what the hell is happening there? Give me 1 second. So you want to gank, you move bot side to gank bot lane. They get a good engage. Hecarim is kind of drunk right there. He shows himself, but he did your Krugs, and then he walks into something he doesn't have any vision of. He walks into a Thresh, and you show up and you get a free kill. Okay, that's pretty good. Now at this point, there's no need to even try to gank bot lane. They know you're there. They'll just back off. There's nothing you can do. Okay. Okay, you go for mid lane again. Let's see. You Q in. And you don't place the box down. Okay. In this situation, I would have let's see. Let's fast forward a bit more. I would have, instead of auto attacking him straight away, I would have placed the box. It probably wouldn't have made a difference, but that's just your kind of approach when going in for a kill. You want to place the box behind them so it blocks their escape path. It would have gotten destroyed by the tower anyways, I think. So maybe placing it in front of you would have been a smarter, or is a smarter decision. So it kind of blocks the Q and maybe he misclicks his E and W. But yeah, you get a good chunk of damage on him. That's fine. Putting Katarina in a position where she can kill Ryze, that's okay. So Ryze doesn't learn from his mistakes at all. He oversteps his boundaries again. You get a free kill once again, and he's 1 in 4 already. Okay, so that is pretty well. You're abusing somebody that doesn't have a brain. That is something you always want to do. Okay, so you get the tower, I think. Yep, you get the tower. Okay, I want to leave it to Katarina. Yep, you do that. So at this point, everybody of the enemy team is missing. Chances are they're going to go mid. Bot lane is pushed up. Top lane isn't really pushed up. And Hecarim is going in. So she gets the tower. And you decide to help her. You Q in, trying to help her. I would have probably just backed off and let her die. Just because everybody of the enemy team was missing. There's nothing really you can do to save her and yourself. So it was either you or her anyways. And since I know the outcome of this already, they're gonna be chased, or going to get chased. Katarina dies. And you don't get a return kill. Oh, never mind. You get a return kill. Don't you? Yep. Okay, so by the time you get back in time, kind of run towards Nasus, where he gets Hecarim. You take the shortest path, Q over the wall, that's fine. Okay, and you go for you go for an Ekton. Get a free kill. Okay, well done. Here's where you did a mistake, I guess. I'm pretty sure you saw. Yep, you saw Ryze right here. And you saw him. Well, maybe you didn't see him, but the shortest way from Ryze to you is through here. So you backing off into this direction kinda kill yourself. So you kinda kill yourself by walking into Ryze or into that direction. Okay, let's fast forward again. Okay, you decide to clear the jungle, absolutely fine. So bot lane kinda gets shit on, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you could have done to stop that. Clearing the jungle is, as I said, absolutely fine, there's nothing else you could do. Okay, so you take red buff. At this point again, I would just abuse the shit out of this Ryze. He doesn't have a brain. So all you have to do is camp the shit out of him, which you do again. Yup, free kill. Like, this Ryze is brain dead. That's pretty cool. So at this point, the enemy bot lane rotated to top side because they got the first turret. Nothing crazy. Okay, so Katarina for some reason pushes against the Shaco and a Katarina. You kinda had vision, they kinda had vision of Katarina, but didn't have vision of you. So for some reason she decides to push. Not too smart, and she gets punished for it. You pop your ult, do the combo, pretty normal stuff. So I would have done this a bit differently. Let's rewind again. Let's fast forward a bit. So queuing over was fine, and you kinda walk into her, I guess, and ult instantly. What I would have done is I would have walked one step further, because the ult spawn is absolutely random and fucked me over so many times that I would rather spawn behind her and blocking off the escape path, because Thresh is walking around here and you could catch off the Caitlyn and Lantern and stuff. And by doing that, see where you clone spawned? You spawned down here when Caitlyn is over here. That could have messed up your combo big time. She decides to heal for some reason. You have red buff and E, so there's no way of getting away. You get a free kill. That's textbook assassination. Almost textbook assassination in the mid game. If you guys are wondering about how to assassinate in the late or mid game, how to get picks, I made a video about that. So did EUNE Shaco. So if you want to learn how to do that, just Google search or YouTube search. I don't know. See, this is just something that I don't understand. People in high elo. This is Diamond 4 elo, Diamond 3, Diamond 5-ish. So it's like a mixture of both. Why the hell is Nami as support pushing in the wave without any vision when there's a Shaco in the enemy team? I don't understand. I actually don't. So you queue in, absolutely fine. What I would have done again is place the box in the escape path, just so if she flashes away, maybe she still is in box range. But you probably knew she didn't have flash, so that's fine. Also, the damage is enough for you to one combo her. It was absolutely fine to go straight for the kill, I think. It's just safety measures in my opinion, going for the box. Okay, so see, as I said, high elo sometimes is absolutely just the most stupid thing ever. A Caitlyn decides to, you know, go top lane into a Nasus, which is fine. I don't think Nasus could dive her just because he has the traps. But you were there like 10 seconds ago. What is she doing there? So all you have to do is kind of queue in, do one auto attack, do one E, do Tiamat and stuff. Man, you get a free kill and a free tower. Yep, absolutely textbook. So your team kinda did pretty well in mid lane, I would say. Can't blame them. Let's see. You decide to go for... Wait. I think this is the point where you should have backed instead of trying to go for anything. Yeah, you had 2.4k gold. Just back. There's no need to take Raptors. You can afford Duskblade and you can afford... you can probably afford a major item again. Or like a item you need for a major item. So let's see. Yeah, you're back. Okay. You decide to go for Duskblade and for BF Sword. Let's see. See, you still have 600 left, so you should have backed before. It's just the small thing. It's not like it lost you the game or something, but it's just would have been more efficient. You didn't gain anything from the Wraith camp. Now, Renekton chases the Nasus, and you go and place a box. That is fine. You do your, you know, typical damage combo without ult. Get the kill, which was pretty close. You get to kill Nami as well. This was kind of dangerous. The thing is, you placed the box down, which Renekton walked into. So what I would have done is not place the box, at least not right there. I would have done the combo where you do your auto attack and stuff, do your E and stuff, but then you ult, anticipating the enemy's big spells. I mean, like the Q or W from Renekton. So you dodge that, reappear, and then hit him again. That's just what I would have done. Okay, the enemy team got Dragon. Nothing too big. Didn't really matter anyways. At this point I would just go back. Kinda trying to go for a kill, which is fine, but you're too low life and you don't have ult, so that's pretty risky. Okay, what Hecarim engages on you, or on your team. Okay, at this point, I would just get the fuck out of there. You have Q. Just get out of there. There's nothing... Or do you have Q? Sometimes the HUD is a bit bugged. Let's see. So you see Hecarim coming. You decided to back, but he engages. Okay, so he ults on you. Oh, you didn't have Q up. Okay, that is unfortunate. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. You probably didn't even have to help there. You probably didn't. What is Thresh? What are they doing? Okay. Oh, okay. So flash for flash. And for a kill. Oh, yikes. Your team is kinda inting there. They don't have to force stuff like that. That is just not necessary. One thing I forgot to talk about is he maxes Q instead of E. It's not wrong. So don't get me wrong here. Maxing Q is fine. I maxed Q in my first games as well when playing the new Shaco, because I thought having the base damage it's not great, but having the base damage is okay. But having the longer stealth duration is pretty cool. But I felt like when I played my first games that not maxing E, you really lack damage. That is something that is I noticed a lot. Like throwing my E to finish people off, I didn't even scratch them. So I kind of forced to max E, I think. Still, you can get 1 or 2 points into Q, but I think maxing E first is still... Oh, sorry. Maxing E first is still superior. Okay, clearing the jungle. Absolutely fine. There's nothing to gain here. The enemy team backed. Okay, so Renekton is off guard. You got a free kill there. That's awesome. So you kind of chase Caitlyn there. Okay, that is great. That is textbook play again. Catching somebody off guard. Caitlyn is kind of greeting a bit too much in my opinion. You decide to back. That is fine too. Nasus decides to rise. Yeah, I mean, it's not too big of a deal, I think. They're not going to gain anything out of killing Nasus there. Okay. So at this point, you see your team being around tier 2 tower. What I would do is, I probably would have grouped with them instead of taking Wraiths. But yeah, as you can see, it's fine. Didn't make a difference, so don't worry. Just kind of want to be around your team at any time. This is something I really like. This is something I do a lot too. Instead of going for Hecarim for the free and safe kill, you kind of scout for the backline. You find Caitlyn, kill her. Sorry, you kill her, and you, as a result, get even more kills. Pretty well done. Nothing to talk shit about. Okay, so you decide. This is the thing I'm never sure about. As like, I'm not 100% sure about what to do. There's two things you can do at the point at this moment. You can either take the 2 turrets, what they decide to do, or you go for Baron. I would have probably gone for the turret in the inhib as well, but yeah, some people might disagree. I'm not sure which one is the better one, but I think taking inhib is better than Baron. So your team decides to back. Oh, that is unfortunate. So you see Hecarim being bot side. That would have been a free Baron. You could have instantly, as soon as you saw Hecarim going bot side, you could have instantly started Baron. You probably would have needed Thresh to tank, but if Thresh was there, you could have easily done Baron. The thing is, you didn't have clone up. Oh, wait a second. You didn't have clone up, so you tanking was not an option. What you decide to do here is, I think it's quite unnecessary. You go in for the Q. You go behind the wall again. She backs off because she saw you. She maybe even saw the smoke, I don't know. And you keep on chasing. At this point right here is where I would have just stopped chasing, would have auto-attacked them in to get the cooldown reset. Not the cooldown reset, but to lower the cooldown from the Q, and would have backed off. You kind of decide to chase, and the latest point in which you should have noticed that you shouldn't go for the kill is this trap. There's no way you're gonna get to Caitlyn, and you even walk into it. So that is a pretty bad move in my opinion. Luckily, you ulted and you spawned out of the trap, but that was a pretty bad move in my opinion. An unnecessary risk you took. You had vision of everybody on the map, so you knew Caitlyn was alone, but getting to her was impossible. So you kinda risked your life for nothing. Okay, so let's see what you do. You recall, probably have a lot of gold again. Yep, 3k gold. Your team kinda does something retarded. You decide to go for Infinity Edge. I'm pretty sure. Yep, you go for Infinity Edge, going for BF Sword and Pickaxe. At this point, doing Dragon is fine. Okay, not Dragon. At this point, doing Wolves is absolutely fine. But as soon as you do the Wolves, and you see your team grouping mid lane, and their team grouping mid lane as well, you shouldn't go for Wraiths. You shouldn't at all. As soon as you see this happening, them engaging, you should insta move to your team. So that was a big mistake you made. You went for the Wraith camp. You smited to clear it faster, but still. The thing is, I'm not sure if it would have done something. If going for it would have done something. But yeah. You should have not done the Wraiths. You should have grouped with your team instead. Wolves were fine, but not Wraiths. So at this point, two of your team are down, and the enemies are going for Baron. There's two things you can do. Either you go for Dragon, or you try to steal Baron. The cons of going for the pros of going for Baron or for Dragon are, so the pros of going for Dragon are, you get the Fire Dragon, which is pretty important, and you kind of save GA. The cons of going for Dragon though, or the pros of going for Baron, are that you can steal Baron, which basically denies the Baron of the enemy team, but you kind of waste GA. But I think wasting GA for Baron is a fair trade, but if you don't get the Baron and you just waste GA and give them a kill, that's pretty bad. So yeah, you decide to go for Baron, which is I would have probably done as well. Shaco has a pretty easy time at stealing stuff, because he has now the Q damage. It's patch 8.6, so he has the base damage, and he has the bonus 80 scaling, and he has this E, and he has the crit, the backstab, and he has smite, so it's pretty easy for Shaco to steal in my opinion. You go in, and watch this shit. Watch this shit. Let's not zoom in too much. Ooh, and you got it. Nice one. That was well done. Very well done. So, you dying there is absolutely 100% worth it. Absolutely worth it. Thresh dying there? What the hell is he doing? This is not your fault. This is Thresh's fault. He shouldn't have been there. The good thing is... Sorry, give me a second. The good thing is, Nasus also went for the Fire Dragon. Pretty good stuff. I think you came ahead in this one. That's absolutely fine, as I said. Let's wait until you respawn. Okay, so you decide to buy Infinity Edge. As I said, pretty obvious choice. Infinity Edge, for the people wondering, is pretty good at the moment, because your Q now deals damage actually, and is amplified by crit. So having Infinity Edge, which amplifies the crits from the backstab, is pretty awesome and pretty good. And then when you get a real crit, that is even better. So your team gets a nice pick on Renekton. Sadly you don't kill him though. And you decide to go for Ryze with Katarina. Absolutely fair choice. At this point, yeah, would have placed the box down there as well and chased Caitlyn, or at least help your team, because Kai'Sa is kind of getting shredded by Hecarim. There's nothing she can do. Okay, so give me a second. This is kind of interesting now. So you go for Ryze. We saw Kai'Sa getting killed by Hecarim, Thresh as well. And you see Caitlyn there. You know that Nami and Hecarim are chasing Kai'Sa, and for some reason they're not coming towards Caitlyn. Caitlyn knows that you're there though, so that's a pretty big problem. I would have, I don't know, I would have probably gone for the kill. So you auto take there. Okay. I would have probably waited as long as I could have with my stealth, because sometimes the enemies don't think that you're still going for the kill, and they kind of walk into you maybe. She flashes away and she heals, and this is something I would have done differently. First of all, I don't see if you have your ward up, sadly. I cannot see for some reason. But I would have done a warded the brush, and I would have R'd as soon as I saw her headshot being up. So let's do this again. So you get the auto attack off, do the Tiamat E, she flashes away, And as soon as you see the headshot, out of art instantly, trying to block the headshot damage, so you aren't too low. And with some luck, you even get spawned into Caitlyn. But you decide to kind of wait. You cancel. This is, oh, that's so unlucky. You canceled the auto attack with your ult. So you get the auto attack of yourself off. She gets the auto attack on you off. You die, but your clone finishes the job. So it's okay-ish. Your team decides to go for the turret, which is fine. Well, you got the turret, I guess. I didn't pay attention to where the enemies were, but yeah, this is obviously not fine anymore. 2 people dying for a turret is... I mean, Katarina could have escaped there. She didn't have to die there. Okay, so let's wait until you respawn again. You didn't buy anything new. You have 2k gold though, so you're probably deciding on what to buy. If I remember correctly, you go for armor pen now. Wait, you didn't buy. You didn't buy at all. Why didn't you buy? That is... okay, I'm not sure. Why didn't you buy there? That makes me wonder. Okay, doesn't matter though. Enemies are kind of taking the towers. There's nothing you can do at the moment. So the thing with Shaco now is you kind of have to look for an engage, which you try to do. But Caitlyn is one step ahead of you apparently. And she places a box down where she originally was. You for some reason walk into it, then ult, and oh, kind of works out actually. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It works out for some reason. That's fine. So you get 4 kills for 1. No, for 2. 4 kills for 2. That's perfect. Okay, so you're probably gonna get the inhib now. Yep. Okay, don't ever take the waves. Just instantly rush for the inhib. You don't need to take the waves. And I think if you wouldn't have taken the waves, you might have gotten the inhib. Also one thing which I found pretty interesting. So you go for this. You see the enemies moving in. Katarina goes for the kill. She gets out though. And you kind of queue into 4 people just to get the kill. And then you die basically. And I think your life is not... your life is more valuable than Caitlyn's life. So I'm not sure about that decision. Okay, so your team gets away, I think. Yep, they get away. Let's wait until you respawn again. Top lane kinda dies unnecessarily. Let's see. Thresh kinda does some crazy stuff as well. You do Dragon, which is fine. There's nothing you can do mid lane anyways. You could theoretically assassinate Caitlyn instantly after kill Nami as well. And wait for Katarina engage, I guess. But that would have been way too risky. And if you would have lost that fight, or that engage, you would have lost the game. That's pretty interesting. You queue in. Okay, let's rewatch that. You get back. Let's see. You get back. Okay, you walk into them. You queue in. And you are nowhere near a priority target. There's no way you can get to one of them. So you decide to turn on Hecarim. The problem is they have Nami Bubble. They have the Rice Root. Do they have Nami ult? No, they don't. And they have the W from Renekton. So I'm not sure what made you attack Hecarim. Probably thought you could easily get away, but you kind of wasted your R in your GA. That was just unnecessary. Okay, Katarina gets the return kill. Katarina gets 2 return kills. Oh, she almost would have gotten 3 there. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. So it turns out in the end to be a 2-for-2 trade, which is okay. But you dying there was not okay. That was a pretty big mistake in my opinion. So, let's see. Wait until you respawn again. Okay, you decide to go for red buff. Ooh, the crits, 1.4k damage. Wee, juicy. That was fine going for a red buff. I don't think you should leave it for Kai'Sa. She's pretty useless. Okay. Had to get there for a second, but I'm back now. I'm not sure where I was, but let's just keep on going. So that is unnecessary. What your team is doing there. You should be you should be around your team at the moment, trying to go for the back line if possible. Take the lantern, yup. Q in. Trying to go for Renekton. Probably can't get him though. Yeah, there's no way. He's too tanky. Oh, and he slowed you as well. But you got a free kill on Caitlyn. So all you have to do now is take the bot side inhib. It's basically super free. What are you guys waiting for? Take the inhib. Okay, so you get the inhib, please. Okay, you get the inhib. This is the thing about Shaco which is really annoying. Fighting around turrets. There's no way you can go for Ryze or Nami. They will just instantly turn you and kill you. So you kind of have to fight the tanks or like the front line, which is almost impossible too because they just do so much damage and you're so squishy that it's not worth it. Oh, and everything starts to fall apart. Oh boy. So how did you lose that fight? Renekton gets a free kill on Karina. They get a bubble on Nasus. Nasus dies. Ooh, and oh, that is a big chunk of damage from Ryze. The splash damage. Oh, and that's probably how you lost the game as well. So what you should have done there is take the this is what lost you the game right there. Give me a second. So this is all fine, and this is not fine anymore. You push the wave, okay, that's fine. But now you, for some, like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to go for the turrets? There's no way you can get the turrets. No way. All you have to do is take the inhib. Look, like, what? At this point, just spam, just spam ping. Like, get the inhib. That's all you have to do. You don't have to go for kills. You don't have to end. Just play it safe. And as soon as you get the inhib, just back off. Let your team die. Just spam ping the retreat. I'm not sure if you did actually. No, you didn't. Just spam ping retreat. As soon as Karina dies, you just wanna run. As soon as this happens, you wanna run. And now it's too late. That's pretty unfortunate. You probably died there as well. Oh, you dodged. Ooh, that was pretty sick. But didn't do anything since 3 people were chasing you. That's how you lose the game, right? Okay. That is unfortunate. So, to sum this game up, your early game was really good. Really, really good. Only a couple of small mistakes. Not placing down your boxes, which is not a mistake, but something I would have done. Then doing the wolf camp and then the wraith camp instead of going with your team is something that lost you like a team fight. So what my advice to you would be, keep up the early game. You do really well in the early game, and try to be around your team more often in the late game. Try to always stick with your team, and if your team commits for something, you kind of want to commit as well. But if they commit for something retarded, just spam ping them and back off. You don't want to die just because your teammates die. That doesn't make like, it's not worth it. If your team commits for a team fight, all you have to do is spam ping the shit out of them to retreat. And if they don't, you retreat. Some will follow because they might actually have a brain and realize that they shouldn't be there. I don't know. It's a problem I have in my elo as well. Some people just don't know what the hell to do. So you kind of have to be the leader, which I think is pretty easy if you have 17 kills. So if you have 17 kills and you do really well in the game, people will listen to you. So if you call something, they probably will follow up. Yeah, as I said, good early game, played really well there. Late game, not so well. You did go for good picks and stuff, but you didn't help your team all the time, or didn't stay with your team all the time. And like that kill on Caitlyn where you tried to engage from over here and chase her for nothing, it's not like it lost you the game, but it didn't make sense. But yeah, other than that, you played pretty well. Kinda unlucky that you lost the last team fight, because you were ahead before, in my opinion, even though the gold count was a bit different, but you had the upper hand. But yeah, that's basically it. If you want me to, you know, review your replays, just let me know. You gotta post a replay or something, or like add me in game, somehow give the replay to me, or upload it to YouTube. Uploading to YouTube would probably be, no, actually, you know what, I prefer having it in League of Legends, because you can see like the gold and stuff and the cooldowns and all that. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please leave a like, and if you want to see my future videos, consider subscribing. If you have any kind of questions or video ideas, leave a comment down below. Thank you.